Alright, so we're going to show you guys how to map out a piece of property. We got this lease last year, and we've got some new guys on the lease this year that have never been here before. So we're going to map out the boundaries so they'll know whenever they come in there, they'll know exactly what is our property and what's not. So it's real simple. You go to your map tools, you pull it up, and I'm also showing Ryan here, he hasn't done it before. You'll go to area shape, and then this is where we come through the gate right here. So we're going to touch your first point, which is right there where we drive in. That's just the easiest way for us. Then you just follow your fence line or whatever your property boundaries is.
So that's step number one to getting started with this. So now we got the lease set up. We know our boundaries.
Now we've already actually been out here, and I've already got several pins already saved of every tree stand, the trail cameras, everything like that, good glassing, vantage points, all that stuff. So you can or you cannot share it with your buddies. So you can send them where you want them to go.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I can send a pin to this, even airdrop it, whatever, and all he's got to do is click on it, and it's going to pop up exactly where the pin is. I even, on a lot of these, I took pictures of, so if you're going there in the dark and you've never been this spot before or whatever, there's going to be an actual picture of what the stand looks like, which is a really cool feature.
I don't know how many times I've actually done that.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, people... Yeah, it's been right next to that tree.
Yeah,
with
it's
the
just
brush,
right there.
The brushy bottom underneath the tree. It's just right there, yeah.
Yeah, that feature is just so cool that there's an actual picture of the stand, and it pops up, and we'll show you that here in just a minute. It pops up exactly what it's going to look like because I took the picture from there.
Can you send, like, the, like today when we were tracing our steps, can you send that as well?
Yeah.
And save it in
So
there?
the tracking, let's go to it real quick. So we went to this one spot, and it was really, really thick getting in there. We knew we didn't want to go that way again. Well, it tracked our steps in there, so we knew which way that we took. So if you hit this little tracker right here on the bottom and just hit start, it will track you everywhere that you go through there. It's really good for grid searching for deer. Also, after you've shot a deer, really good because
Shows you exactly where you've already been.
You know what you've covered, because I don't know how many times it's like you're walking back in circles and you've already been there. But with this, you're not going to walk over the same place twice.
And what's cool about that too is if a buddy's new to the lease and doesn't know exactly how to get to that stand, you can send him that track, and he actually can zoom it in, like Joey was saying, and see like nearly each step that guy took to get to that stand.
Yep, actually saved the trail that we came out on because it was perfect, and it's actually on part of this map that we have saved. So every time that you go there, you got your parking spot, then you're going to follow the trail right into the stand.
You can't do that on Google Maps.
No.
So.
Hey, as far as ease, that one would be easier. I think it'd be a lot less trimming, because in that spot right up there, you'll have be able to shoot here easy.
Which way is north, boys? All right, so there's a drainage that comes right down through here, and last year we had set up on the ridge over there, and we just watched tons and tons of deer just funnel. They was feeding underneath these big oak trees right here, and it's a natural. Goes right, it's the closest pinch point to the other side, so they'd cross right over there, or they would just swing out, get them a bite, and then swing right down the edge there. Literally, how many hundreds of deer did we see? I mean, there was literal hundreds of deer. Same spot every time. It didn't matter what time of day you came, even middle of the day, there'd be deer out here.
This is also the spot. Remember when we were arranging that deer for Kyle and kept saying, what were we saying, 40
Yeah,
40 yards, 40 yards. And then he goes, how far is he? 40 yards, 40 yards. 40. And then you see Kyle's arrow go, whew, and he goes, I shot him for 50. That's what he said.
Yeah, that was actually right underneath that tree right there.
Right well, these stands aren't going to hang themselves.
No, man. You got to put one bolt on.
That's crazy.
Put one bolt on, so you can't beat that.
How much are those, Scott?
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
All right, so the deal is, Novix is actually owned by Lone Wolf, and we've never used these before. Cameron up there at Novix sent us these. We're gonna try them out this year. The great thing is they come to already put together. I brought the whole shop with me to put this together, and it's like one bolt. But we're about to hang them in the honey hole. So this is like the easiest to put together tree stand ever. One bolt goes right there.
And what is that? That's just for your...
It's a 7/16, and that's for the, I guess would be the claw or the grippy or the cleat for the side of the tree. That's it. Well, then you got the old pad that goes to it, seat pad.
So one bolt.
One bolt, easy to assemble.
7/16.
7/16.
And you're ready to hunt, ready to hang.
Yeah, and then we're going to hang them. We'll show you us doing that. So they have these buttons right here, these thingies, and then it's got loops like a daisy chain on the ratchet strap, and you'll put one side here, pull it around the tree, and then you'll ratchet it. And it holds it in place, and we got 2 different spots for that.
Hey,
extra secure.
go over the adjustments. The base is adjustable and the seat's adjustable.
Yeah.
So you loosen these 2 bolts here,
Drop your platform.
and you can drop your platform to level it on a level tree. And on your seat, also there's adjustment here. Screw this in or out to how far this goes down. See the angle on it?
Yeah, I didn't even notice that.
So you screw this out, and it'll go
Amateur.
down further. Sit where you need it.
I ain't ever seen one of these.
This thing right here, Ham.
They just
Those
released
are
them.
unbelievable.
Yeah, so if you're
So
sitting
you
on a
adjust the
tree
level.
that's cocked like this or
right.
whatever, you'll have to change the platform. And if you're sitting on a tree that's kicked out, you can level it and make it straight with these right here.
All right. I don't like saying all right. I'm sorry.
Or so.
Or so. No so's are all right. So Novix, Novix had sent us the Echoes, and I actually don't have the specs on this of what it even weighs or anything. They also sent us the climbing sticks. These are long ones. So this is the same company that makes the mini sticks for trophy line, and I actually think I showed one of those in the other video. But they kind of lock in together where these cleats are, and they'll sit on top of each other. And this is a set of 4. So, and then they're buckled. So I'll just undo them. And you just pull them apart, like such. So you hook the loop on this side. It's simply got a pull tight strap. Very easy. Fit it to the tree. You want it to be as fairly tight, because it's going to set whenever you put weight down on it. Actually, I'm going to swap this around so you can flip it to either side like that. How's that?
I'm telling secrets. Secrets don't make friends.
No,
Get one of them straps.
yeah, we're gonna need one of them straps, boats.
Bleeding down there.
Can you
We
see
got
it?
blood trail.
Boy.
What happened?
He shouldn't have talked to me like this, huh? You know this little guy ain't got no chance.
Yeah. The only other thing you could do is cut off.
Again?
One second.
Heave you stallion.
Yeah. Definitely a mouse you can shoot.
But here's the thing, at that point, they're committed.
Yeah.
They're gonna come around.
Yeah. And you can shoot them out there. So
Yeah.
it ain't like you can't.
I think it's gonna be
Yeah, you
jammed.
kill a lot of.
So something else that's super cool about the OnX map systems is they actually have an offline mode, and Ben's going to show us actually how to use that, because a lot of times when you're hunting, you're going to be in places where you don't have service at all, and this is actually perfect for our lease because we have no service.
Right, well that's one thing, like out west, we always download it, but that's one thing that a lot of people don't think about, even going out to these places where, it's not, you're not way out of the country, but you just have no signal out here where you can still use these maps, so it's really easy. So you go to the offline mode, if you're gonna go to new offline maps, and it's gonna give you options here on if you want high resolution, medium resolution, or low, and that just to broaden your search, especially on like out there elk hunting and stuff. But for this 5 mile, we can go high resolution because that's plenty. So just center it up where you want it, because this right here is our area, so it gives us plenty of broad spot, and you're just gonna hit save, and it's gonna download it. It takes 3 or 4 minutes to download it, something like that. It's going to download it, so you'll always have high resolution because it tracks you constantly whenever you have the tracking on this. So it just basically allows you to have that resolution to where you can actually see where it's at. You're not just a blob.
really don't think Oklahoma, like when you picture Oklahoma, you don't think it would look like this. You know what?
All right, we just set up a new stand, or a blind actually. It's just a patch of woods. It's got fields on both sides, and the deer just, obviously, they stay in the cover to travel to where they're going as much as possible. So they funnel right through here. There's a creek bed right here. We got water. There's tons of trails and stuff going through here. I'm gonna show you how to drop a pin real easy. We're on offline mode also. We have no signal here, so I'm gonna show you how to drop a pin. And we've got 5 different, actually 6 different guys in our lease. They've never seen this spot. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drop a pin, I'm gonna label it, I'm gonna take a picture of it, and that way whenever they come out here, they've never been here before, they're like, oh, I don't know. They've got the pin, plus they have a picture to reference it with, so they know exactly where I'm talking about. You're gonna go to your map tools, add waypoint. We're gonna label this one just simply blind. Done, and then we're gonna hit save. And then you can click those 3 dots right there, so view edit. You're gonna go to type, and then you're gonna go to blind. So we sit there. And I always color any of our hunting spots. I'm coloring them blue. And then you can add a photo. So we can take a photo right here. So now we have a photo reference, and whenever they come in here, they've never seen this spot before, they have a very good idea of exactly what we're talking about. More than just, oh, there's the pin, because in the dark sometimes, even though you have a pin, especially on tree stands, so the trees look alike, but on blinds it's not as much, but I'm just giving you a reference here.
Turn the camera on to adjust it, make sure it's pointing in the right position. Put your camera on flip mode and just set it in front of the lens of the camera, and it'll show you exactly what you're pointing at.
Man, you do learn some stuff hanging out with us, don't you?
Every day. Every day.
I'm Santa for the deer.
Yeah, we'll just move that. We'll have to finish cutting it. If it's not cut, we'll drag it out.
You're doing good work.
Yeah, a little to the left.
Why didn't you just tell that?
No, I'm out. Don't film me.
For real.
But I'm serious. You can zoom in to that thing on the app and zoom in and almost catch every step that you're making on that thing.
Most Western people think of OnX, but were you?
Yeah. So what we was just having this simple discussion. The whole reason that we're doing this videos is not for people that don't use or don't know about OnX. It's mainly for those people, those whitetail hunters that even go out west like us, but they don't know how valuable this is to them at their own private land, their own place that they hunt every year, because you just don't know about the topography. You don't know about the lay of the land, all these little features here. We're trying to show you how valuable this is to everybody, not just Western hunters, but to the whitetail industry, the whitetail world. How do you know why they're going down that way every time? Because you look at the lay of the land on the topography. You see that they're going down the drainages. You see they're staying up on the ridges. Not just, if you don't know the property, this is how you get to learn it.
Yeah, I felt like he was preaching at me.
Did you say amen?
Praise God.
You got a little excited hitting the pulpit here.